Hello, I'm Yufan Lyu, and the video that you just saw is one of the final outcome that I made for this program, and I call it Final Outcome Part 2, which is a film. So, because in my program there's a lot of researches that I showed by video. So I also took record this video to show those videos, those researches that I couldn't show in the PDF.
来逛会儿公园，然后待会儿去上课。
So those are just some of the picture and videos that I took by myself. I think those are common grounds. And I went to this exhibition. Why I put this picture here is I think like in we could see like I could image that each of the circle on the wall on the ground is we could look like it's a small common ground. And these two are the pictures that I took in a exhibition which I saw in a supermarket. And this is the video that I saw in that I took from that supermarket too. And this is the game that which inspired me to think about the perspective into the. It's interesting because it looks like sometimes your eyes might treat you. So this too is the trying to make a film by by my iPad. So after I found the random and ordered from people's movements in my city, I start to consider what I could build a common ground to support my idea. So I try to find evidence to verify my conjecture. So I communicated with a company and asked them whether I could use one of their rooms as a empty room so that I could take notes about the relationship between their movements and purpose. So this trying show me that when people comes from different places to the same company for work wants to take a rest, they would gathering in the empty room, whatever they come from. They if they are in this company, when they want to take a rest, they will go to the empty room. And after this trying, I could say that the places where different person come from are random, but if they join to the same place, which called common ground, they always have the same purpose. So this kind of purpose is the order that I want to find. And this is the map. Looks like ant nets. These are some drawing. And here's our the part 1 of my final outcomes. Now let's go back to the video that I showed at the beginning, the part 2 final outcomes. This one is inspired by the relief map and the two-dimensional planning perspective. But in fact, in the original idea, the perspective is closer to a Buddhist terms, mastered Somyama, which metaphor for the giant universe was held place in a tiny mustard. And the metaphors are not true. Details can be compatible. It can also be used to describe the absolute relationship between things, sometimes from the surface of things, sometimes from the truth. This is close to a part of ancient Chinese mythology and legends. Everyone know about Chinese Kung Fu, right? And in Chinese legend, ancient Chinese can practice internal power, which is similar with magic. And the ancients run internal force can fly around the world and break the store, like this picture. So this picture comes from a Chinese movie, and the people in this picture, they are use the internal power to stand on bamboo and take a fight. So such legends have become even more magical after bold speculation. There was a speculation that before 1600 BC, human can have the same ability of godness through practice the internal power. And the video at the beginning, which I sweet the map with needles to achieve the purpose of instant arrival. In legend, we call it 缩地成寸, which means ground inch. It's a kind of magic, and the master can ignore the distance and reach the place in a moment, even if it's 100 miles away. And it also ability to ford the space and transform far away. I did not put this part of research in the portfolio. The first reason is because there's this research are too disordered and it cannot support my development. And the second reason is I think those data are not very close to the common ground. And the third reason, also the most important one, is because the language. Those data are most of them are recorded by Asian Chinese, and even I'm Chinese, I cannot understand the Asian Chinese very well. And thanks for watching. This is my CPP, and thanks for watching.